going to be passive with your own and just put it on your story once, are you fucking crazy, bro? I'm still promoting my album that came out in June. It's a year out, and I'm still out here like, call me if you get lost. Like, What I notice is that some of these, the younger guys and girls, they like, oh yeah, I got a song out, and they forget about it. And I'm like, no, let motherfuckers know.
What's poppin'? What's poppin'? Shout out to Tyler the Creator, man. You know, one of the, to me, he right now, I put him top five rappers. You know, top five because he's authentic, man, and still got that old school feel, but he still got some of that new school feel too. So, shout out to Tyler the Creator, man. But yeah, when it comes to your art, when it comes to whatever you're creating, man, you have to be proud of that shit. I don't care if it's 2-3 years after you put it out, like still post your shit, you know. And I noticed, like, just like he said, I notice now a lot of people be afraid to post their work. They be afraid to, well, not afraid, but they think they talking about themselves too much. I heard somebody say that. Somebody was like, well, I don't want to post my work a lot because people might think I'm bragging about. Man, I said, fuck that. You have to, when you do your personal projects and whether it's music, albums, photography book, paintings, you a sculptor, anything, man. When you do that kind of work, man, you want to post your work, and don't post it, to I want to just get 13 likes, man. Forget that. You have to start somewhere. Like post your work, show your work, talk about your work. Like that's important. Everybody talking about Beyonce album, Drake album, Kendrick Lamar album. Like, come on, what's the difference? You an artist also. They have to start small. You starting small. Be proud of your work. That's what we gotta do these days. Like we have to be proud of our work, and that's why I created the Introvert Rockstar chat. For artists who seem like they are loners and stuff like that. So I created a group. So when they put something out, yeah, we're gonna be the one supporting and like telling them how much we like actually like the shit. Because people work hard in their stuff, man. Artists work hard in their stuff, and I know these days a lot of people don't want people to judge them on their work and stuff like that. But me, I'm gonna tell you, like, if you need to work on it more, but most times, hey, it's a good job because that's where you at, that's the level you are. And me, I'll just give you like little pointers and stuff like that. But I never say it's fucking trash, because these days, shit, trash can make you rich. You don't have to be like great, like long as you being yourself. See, these days, long as you being yourself and you standing true to yourself. See, when you try to act like somebody else, or when you try, that shit don't last long. Long as you being yourself and you creating the work that comes from your soul, comes from your heart, people go feel it. People go feel it. Man, I don't follow a lot of people on Instagram, but the followers I have on Instagram, like I be looking at y'all pages and I'm like, damn, this is good work, but they only got 6 posts up. But it be good ass work. I'm like, oh hell no. If they stay consistent on posting, man, you never know, bro. People watching, and you never know where your blessing or opportunity will come from. So that's why it's very important, man. It's very important to promote your work, your personal projects, even if it's okay, for example, my photography book came out in 2019. It's 2022. I still talk about it. People still buy it. Because to me, it's like, it's no time on your project. Damn. It's no time. Once you put something out, once you put out a piece of art, it evolves as time goes on. It evolves as the time go on. So it's never old. It's going to find its way to make sense during that time. If that makes sense. Like my photography book, I have passages in there. I have, photos, and those pictures and those passages that I wrote, those long paragraphs and stuff like that, they relate with this time. It found its way to evolve into this time. And that's how music is, Music is never old. Why do you think a lot of people like old classical music? Because they can relate to it now, and that's the kind of work. That's the kind of work you want to create. You want to create the work that'll stand the test of time. You know, not not so much into trying to rush to the bag. No, you want to create work that speaks to your soul. So you want to take time on your work. And when people see that, you want them to say, "Oh, that's so and so's work." For example, like when you come to YouTube, see a lot of people come to YouTube and they in the rush to get the bag. They in the rush to get the bag. So in the meantime, they dissing people, they putting people down, they finessing people, they snaking people, and guess what? They time gonna be short on YouTube. It's gonna run short because they was in a rush. See, with your art, you don't want to be in a rush. You know, when people mention or see your art, you want them to think of something like great, and you want your shit to last. You want it to last. Like I say, stand the test of time. That might be the title of this video. Like you want your work to stand the test of time. So you want it to come from your soul. Like you want it to come from like the pits of your soul, for real, for real. You want it to speak all your insecurities, all your worries, all your guilt, all your happiness, all your joy. You want it to speak of all of that. You want to be balanced. You don't want to just speak about the good stuff. No, you want to bring the dark and the light together and create. Because that's your insecurities and your flaws make you who you are. Ain't that shit crazy? Ain't that shit crazy? Your insecurities and your flaws make you who you are. So when you create your work, people want to hear that. People want to be able to relate. People can't relate when you saying, "Oh, you always been a top dog." Man, people can't relate to that. So when it comes to your work, speak from the soul. Let your soul talk for you in your work, and be proud of the things you put out. Be proud of the things you create. Let's get it.